Today is April 3rd, 2014. My name is Joe Todd. This is an interview with Virginia Maddux in Bartlesville, Oklahoma for the Eisenhower Library. Ma'am, where were you born?
Just outside of Alloway. You know where Alloway is?
Over by Nowata, isn't it?
Yeah, between Nowata and Chelsea.
When's your birthday?
April 22nd, 1924. I'm
Nice.
going to be 90.
Yep. Who was your father?
Cecil Phillips.
Cecil Phillips.
Yeah.
And your mother?
Beulah Legate.
I'm sorry?
Beulah Legate Phillips.
Legate?
Legate.
Okay. Did you go through school in Alloway?
No,
No.
not my senior years.
Okay.
My senior years I spent in Illinois at a different school every year.
Why?
Because Dad was moved, and where he had his job was where I had to move. I feel like I liked it, whether I did or not.
What kind of work did your father do?
Oil work.
Oil work. Who did he work for?
Texas Empire.
Texas Empire?
Yeah.
What did he do for Texas Empire?
Well, they had booster stations. You ever hear of a booster station?
Well,
That's where the station that boosts the oil on to another location.
okay.
It's where the oil well is, or the whatever it is that what would be the well, the big thing,
Yeah.
and it boosts the oil on.
Okay. Through the pipeline?
Yeah,
Okay.
and it would boost it all the way to Chicago.
Yeah. How long did you live in Alloway?
All my life.
Okay. Where did you start the school?
I don't know. I went there for 8 years, and then I went to high school. Then I left high school, and I said, I want to go to nurse's training, and Dad said, if you want to go, you have to go back to Tulsa, which was our home, or around.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go back to Tulsa and go to St. John's, which I did. And there's where I stayed for 3 years.
That was St. John's Hospital?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you recall the name of the school where you started the first grade?
Alloway.
Was Alloway School?
Yeah.
Okay. Who was your favorite teacher in school?
I'm not sure. In fact, I really don't know if I could even recall some of their names or which one I liked the best. I don't think I had a favorite.
Okay. And when did you move up to Chicago?
When I was a freshman.
Freshman in high school?
Yeah,
Did you finish school up there?
yeah.
Okay.
Vandalia.
Vandalia,
Yeah,
Illinois?
that's right. Off of St. Louis, about 100 miles east of St. Louis.
Okay. How did you travel up to Vandalia?
By car.
By car? Okay.
We're not that old, we had to go by.
I thought you may have gone by train.
No, I thought you meant we went by buggy.
Oh, no. I thought maybe you took the train up there.
No,
Okay.
car.
Okay. What kind of car did you have?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I think it was a Plymouth.
How did the Depression affect you and your family?
Well, all I can remember is that Dad bought a whole case of cherries one time. We all loved cherry pie. So Mother made cherry pie, till we just got sick of cherry pie. So every time someone mentions cherry now, I think about Depression and our cherry pies that we had. Because, of course, my grandparents lived on the farm, so they always had meat. They had chicken, they had beef, and they had pork.
Mm-hmm.
So we never did without food too much, as you can tell by looking at me, I didn't.
When you were in Alloway, what chores did you do around the house?
Mother didn't like for anyone to help her. And she always said, honey, you'll have plenty of time to do this when you marry. So I didn't help with many chores. And that's terrible. Tell the women not to ever do that again. Because when you're grown and you don't have to do chores, that's dumb.
Did you live on a farm?
No.
Did you live in Alloway?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Describe your house in Alloway.
We rented, and I think the folks paid $10 a month. Does that sound right? It was 3 rooms, and it was a nice big house, living room, dining room, kitchen. And let's see, it had a room, well, that was the 3rd room though, off the kitchen. And you had an outhouse, and Mother had a cow that she milked. And that was it.
Did you have city water or did you have a well?
I had a well.
Well, how far from the house was the well?
Oh, as far from here to there.
Oh, just about what, 20,
Yeah.
30 feet?
Yeah,
Yeah. How deep was it?
I don't have any idea.
Was it good water?
Yeah, we bathed in it, drank it. When it's time for a bath, Mother bring an old tub in and fill it with hot water, and we all had to take a bath and save water.
How many brothers and sisters did you have?
I only had one sister, and then later in life, when I was 13, she had one more boy. And when I was 21, she had one more boy. So she had 2 girls and 1 boy.
Okay. Did Alloway have a movie theater?
No. No, we didn't have anything.
Where did you go shopping?
No water.
No water.
Or Chelsea. And we always went to No Water.
What stores did you shop in No Water?
Landers. Do you remember Landers?
Yes.
There was a Landers in No Water. There's one in, I don't remember, is there one in Chelsea? I don't know.
There's one in Bartlesville.
Yeah. I don't know.
How often would you get to No Water?
Well, we went every weekend.
Every Saturday?
Yeah.
What'd you do in town on Saturday? in No
Walk the streets. Mother and Dad visited. We looked forward to it. We never went to a show. That was our life. Funny now, isn't it?
Yes.
Real funny, but that's true. That's what we did.
So you in Vandalia when you decided to go to nurses training?
Probably because I was senior.
Okay. What year did you graduate from high school?
I don't remember.
Was it 1942?
For that, wasn't it?
Or 41?
May have been.
Okay. Do you remember the rise of Hitler in Germany?
Yeah.
What do you think about Hitler over there in
We
Germany?
were afraid, frightened. And when war came, I was really frightened. I was still out at my grandparents' house when the war was
Now, where do they live?
just out from Alloway.
Okay. What's your grandparents' names?
Mr. Legate and Mr. Phillips.
Okay.
Shirley Legate and Jim Phillips.
Okay.
They both had prosperous farms. And they fed us good.
Did you work on those farms? No. Where were you December 7th, 1941, when the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor?
I think I was already in training. And it was just kind of best over everything. Because he had already signed up at that point to go to St. John's.
When you heard about the attack, what did you think?
I knew we were dead, that's what I thought.
I'm sorry?
I knew we were going to die.
You think the Japanese are going to invade this country?
Uh-huh. I did.
So tell me about nurses training.
Well, a bunch of German nuns taught us. And they're very strict. And at the time here, I was a little 18-year-old girl, and I didn't like that at all. But I can tell you, they know how to teach, and they teach you well. They tell you one time, and don't ever let them repeat it, or you're out of there. That's it. So now when kids act up, I just think, why on earth? We never did.
Any of those nuns stand out in your memory?
That, mostly.
I mean, do you recall the names of any of them that stand out in your memory?
Sister Tabitha.
Sister Teresa?
Tabitha.
Tabitha. Why does she stand out?
Because I was kicked out of training one time and she got me back in.
How'd she get you back in?
She told Sister she wanted me. I was the best nurse she had in the house. And I was a pediatric nurse at that point.
Now, where did you live in Tulsa?
In the nursing residence.
But in the nursing, is that at the hospital?
Yeah, right at the hospital.
Okay. What was your average day in nurses training?
Well, we had to take off some day and go to class. And then you had now when you were on night duty, you had to sleep, but otherwise you would go to class. If you weren't on duty, you had to go to class. But you were busy going to class or sleeping.
What classes did you have?
We had history, we had physical, anatomy, I can't remember all.
Okay.
But they kept us busy. The name of the game was busy, busy, busy.
Now, when did you become a nurse?
1944, wasn't it?
Is that when you became an RN?
Uh-huh.
Now, did you join the Army Nurse Corps?
I wanted to. It was the end of the war.
Yes.
That's another thing. That was the end of the war. They weren't taking in any new kids or patients or whatever you
Nurses, yeah.
And so consequently, I didn't go ahead and join. That's why I spent 6 months in Longview, Texas. Did you know where Longview, Texas?
Yes.
I didn't even know where Longview, Texas was at that point. But that was a general hospital where they had all type of patients. And I was there for 6 months.
What'd you do there?
For that 6 months, on the quarters, Army quarters.
Army quarters.
Yeah,
What was the name of the hospital in Longview?
Harmon General.
Holland General?
Harmon, Harmon.
Okay.
Harmon General. I expect he was probably a general.
Now, were you treating soldiers in the hospital?
Yeah,
What type of patients did you have?
all type.
All type.
That's why they called it a general hospital, because you had people that had lost limbs, you had people that had diseases. They had every type there. And that's why they took us, to put us in all of them.
Now, were you in the Army at this time?
They paid us,
The Army paid you.
yeah, very little, for 6 months.
Any patients stand out in your mind, in your memory?
No, but I had to go to the lock box first, where they had mental patients. And they never allowed us in there without Army man with us. Never. When you went off duty, the band went off duty. But he stayed with you all the time. Otherwise, I don't think they would have allowed us in there. See, that's the way they took care of it.
Why did they send you to Harmon General Hospital?
Because it took care of everything, and that's what we were interested in.
Okay.
Like, we didn't have what in St. John's, and they sent us to Oklahoma City because Oklahoma City had a hospital that had it.
Had what?
Can't remember what it was.
Okay. Which hospital did you go to in Oklahoma City?
I don't remember.
Was it St. Anthony's?
I don't believe.
Okay. What did you do on VJ Day when the war ended?
You know, I don't remember that. My husband said he remembered it so plainly because he was riding a horse and he was riding down in Johnstone Park. But I don't remember vividly what we did.
Where'd you meet your husband?
What?
Where'd you meet your husband?
In Bartlesville.
What was his name?
Jerry Maddux.
Jerry Maddux. And you were married when?
Sweetest man that ever lived. I thought so. We dated for 3 years, thinking it wouldn't work, and it would, and it did. And so then we were married until he died, and I think it was 40-some years.
When were you married? What year?
42.
1942.
No, 45. 45.
Okay.
We got out of training in 42, and 45 I married that Jerry. Yeah.
So did you come back to St. John's from Harmon General Hospital?
Yeah.
How long do you work at St. John's?
Not hardly any,
Okay.
because then I got out of training and they didn't have control of me anymore, and I went to Chelsea with my grandparents.
What'd you do there?
I went to Bonita and did some private duty. I remember. I did that, and that was about it, the extent of it.
Okay. Was that the hospital in Bonita? Bonita, is that
Yeah, Bonita Hospital.
Yes.
Tiny. And I had to go to the attic to get my glucose, and I was scared to death. You know, there wasn't anything up there. You just had to go to the attic and get it, hunt it down and get it, and take it, and set it up and get it.
Now, you said there was glucose up in the attic?
Yeah,
Now, why were you getting glucose?
to give to my patient.
Okay. Now, when did you come to Bartlesville?
As soon after I graduated, because I wanted to move to a smaller hospital. And so Bartlesville was as close as I got.
Okay. Did you come to Bartlesville from Bonita?
No, I was just there for private duty.
Okay. So you lived in Bartlesville when you were working in Bonita?
No,
No.
I'd already finished in Bonita and was home,
Okay.
back to Chelsea.
Okay.
And I think my folks were still in Illinois, that's why I call that Chelsea home.
Okay. So you were married in 45, and that's when you moved to Bartlesville?
Yeah,
Okay. What'd your husband? Oh, go ahead. What'd your husband work?
he worked for his brother who had a furniture store. He had Bartlesville furniture.
Okay. What stores did you shop in Bartlesville?
Landers and Cobble's. Cobble's was a woman's store.
Oh, yeah, Coppels. Yeah.
And Heron's was a lady store.
Where'd you live in Bartlesville?
I rented a room out on Johnstone. Couldn't afford apartment, so all I had was a room. And a friend came with me, and she lived with me in that room.
Now, this is before you were married?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we couldn't live with our to-be husbands like we do now because we didn't either one have an apartment.
Yeah. Where did you live in Bartlesville after you were married?
On Keeler.
On Keeler.
We got a little apartment.
You remember the tamale man downtown? His name is Chavez.
No, I don't. I just remember it being there.
Yeah. Did you buy tamales from him?
No.
Oh, they were good.
Everyone says that, but I didn't like tamales.
Yeah.
And so I never met him, but he was always there, as you well know. And everyone said they were the best.
What did you do during Korea?
I worked for Dr. Word.
Dr. Word?
Yeah. W-O-R-D. Did you know him?
No.
I worked for him for almost 20 years. So when I went to the hospital, he got me from the hospital. And I hadn't been there quite a year. He asked me to go to work for him. And I stayed with him almost 20.
Where was his office?
What?
Where was his office? Dr. Wood's office?
Okay, he and Dr. Denyer owned the apartment building right behind the hospital.
Dr. Denyer was my doctor.
Okay, he and Dr. Denyer bought that building. I worked for both of them.
Okay.
When Doctor would take off, I'd work for Denyer. Vice versa.
You probably know my mother then.
What?
Mildred Todd?
I can't offhand.
Yeah. Dr. Denyer was our doctor after Dr. Smith died.
Yeah.
Did you know?
I knew Dr. Smith.
He delivered me.
I don't doubt that. Because that was years ago. Because he was almost dead when I was working.
Yeah. I didn't like to back up. During the war, did you help with the scrap metal drives or rubber drives in Tulsa during the war?
Not too much.
Yeah. Okay.
No, the nuns kind of kept us under control. We didn't do too much outside the hospital, ever.
You have any military patients come to the hospital?
No,
No.
never.
Okay.
None.
So, how often do you go to the movies here in Bartlesville?
I never did. In fact, I'm not a movie fan for that reason.
Yeah.
I never did go to the movie. Maybe once a year, twice a year, but I never, or when they had a real good movie, I would go see it.
Okay.
But that's about it.
When did they build the hospital here, Memorial Hospital? Do you recall?
I don't remember. But I'd already been at the little one before they got it.
Where was the old hospital?
It was the little one. Now that it's a nursing home.
Where's that located?
Right downtown.
Oh, you mean the
Washington County.
Oh, were you here? Okay, that's the Memorial Hospital. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the old hospital.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes. Okay.
That's where I was.
Yes. Okay. So how did you get to work? Did you drive to work?
Oh, you had to walk.
Walk.
I didn't have a car.
So you walked from Keeler to the hospital?
Yeah. And I think we were on 18th Street.
18th Keeler.
Unless you had money to take a cab, and I didn't have money to take a cab, so I had to walk, didn't I?
Yeah.
But that's when I latched on to Jerry, and I never turned loose of it.
Now, how did you meet your husband?
I met him in the snack shop. You remember the snack shop, which was right behind the hospital?
Okay.
And we girls used to go there to eat before we have to go on duty. And the people that owned the snack shop were a bunch of Greeks. I can't remember their name right now, but they introduced me to Jerry. And then on, we dated. I was very fortunate.
You were married in 1945.
Yeah.
When did you retire?
Well, I didn't retire till I was 65. And I'm now 90, so how old would I have been?
That'd be back in the 80s, I think.
Or more.
Yes. Today, when you hear the name Adolf Hitler, what do you think of?
We were afraid of him. Fear. Fear because we didn't know anymore, which I think is typical of most anyone. When they don't know someone, you have fear of them, don't you?
Yes.
And that was the only thing that we could think of.
Did you follow the progress of the war?
As much as I could. Probably not as much as I should have because I was still very young and very naive.
Of course, in the first part of the war, we weren't doing too well.
No.
Because the Philippines fell and all that.
And not only that, we were losing men hand over fist too. That wasn't good. Now that's the only way I kept up with it, when we were losing a lot of men. Because that came from our neighborhood, see. And you didn't like that.
When you hear St. John's Hospital, what do you think of?
A good hospital and mean nuns.
When you think, go ahead.
We had a sister that was head of the nursing home, or the residence. And we had a house mother that wasn't a nun, but Sister Tabitha was one that was done at the nursing home. And then the one over it was Graciana.
Graciana.
Don't ask me how to spell it, so I don't know.
Now, was she over the whole?
Yeah, all of the children. We were second. We'd be freshmen, juniors, and seniors.
Now, was she Sister Graciana?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think about them being German nuns and we're at war with Germany?
Nothing at that point. We didn't even realize to begin with. They were probably already over here for most of their life. And we hadn't even realized that they were German till that point.
When you hear Sister Tabitha, what do you think of?
Sister what?
Tabitha?
Tabitha.
Tabitha.
Oh, Tabitha.
Yes.
She was one mean cookie. But she happened to like me.
Yeah. Now, what did you do to get kicked out?
Stayed out all night.
Oh.
Said, no, and don't ever do it. I was just lucky that Tabitha liked me, or I would never have made it back in.
So you stayed out all night. Why'd you stay out all night?
I don't know. Why do most people stay up all night? Stupid.
When you hear Harmon General Hospital, what do you think of?
Fun. Because I did have fun. See, we were already out of nurses training, so we didn't have any studies to do. We were down there in an army hospital. We had all kinds of soldiers. But then here again, we had to date an officer, or we weren't allowed to date.
So you couldn't date any of the soldiers. And I think I asked you, but did any of those soldiers stand out in your memory?
Not particularly,
Okay.
because here again, see, most of them that we could take were already married.
Okay.
And
What was
besides
their
that they were older.
What was their attitude, those soldiers in the hospital?
Regular,
I'm sorry?
just regular fellas. They were nice. But here again, most of them were medical meds. And they taught medicine. That's all I can remember.
What about the patients down there? What was their attitude? The army soldiers, what was their attitude?
It varied. It varied from where they were brought from. Here again, they come from all around. See, they came to that hospital because it was a regular hospital. And it depended on whether they had lost a limb or a leg, or whether they were psychiatric. They also had medical. So it just depended on what they were there for. It was a big hospital, and it had all the things that we needed.
When you hear the name Franklin Roosevelt, what do you think of?
I always think of happy because my dad worshipped him. And more people didn't like Roosevelt anymore than they liked Truman or anyone else here. But Roosevelt was loved, and especially by my dad. My dad just worshipped him. And I don't know whether he got him a job. I never did ask Dad why but he felt that he was perfect.
Harry Truman.
Not much. He was never very high thought of.
When you hear World War II, what do you think of?
Mostly my training and where I was at the time.
I didn't ask, but how did rationing affect you during the war?
Not too much.
Not too much.
I'm not sure why Dad got those cherries, but it might have been. Were they rationed? I don't have any idea.
How do you want to be remembered?
Someone that liked me and always did, but I prefer to be called that, but I'm not called that often because I own a business. And I've always been a head nurse. And when you are, you have to be boss. And I always was, so I've never really figured that I was well liked for that reason. Now, I don't know what that is or whether that is true or not.
Were you head nurse at Memorial when you worked there?
Yeah. But it was only on one floor.
Why'd you go to work for Dr. Word?
What?
Why? Why did you go to work for Dr. Word?
He asked me to and offered me a good salary. Why not?
Yes.
And 9 till when I could get off. And see, he worked only days. It might be 7 or 8 before we closed the office. Nothing for us to work at 7 or 8 o'clock. Kids nowadays won't do that. Doctors won't do that.
Did he make house calls?
Yeah, Lord, yeah.
Yeah.
So did Ginger.
Anything else you want to talk about?
No. You brought back a lot of old memories, though.
Well, man, this is a very good interview.
Yeah, I enjoyed it for that reason.
I want to thank you for your service and thank you for the interview.
Thank you.
And again, This is April 3rd, 2014. My name is Joe Todd. This has been an interview with Virginia Maddux in Bartlesville, Oklahoma.
Now, who are you with?
I'm a volunteer for the Eisenhower Library. I live in Bartlesville.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Where is the Eisenhower?
Abilene, Kansas.
Abilene.
Yes, that's General Eisenhower's home.
Okay.
Yes, okay. Thank you. Tell me about this picture again. You said you worked in those wings?
Yeah, and one would be the east wing and one would be the west wing, or the north and south, and I don't know. Be north and south, wouldn't it, at that point, I think.
Yeah, but these are the two wings that you worked in right here.
Yeah, and then the central was that one in the middle.
In the center, what was in the middle?
All different things.
All
Just
different.
like the north and south.
Yeah.
They'll have medical and then they'll have surgical. No, we didn't have any. That was it. I'll tell you what we didn't have. We didn't have any psychiatric ward. Mm-hmm. And we didn't have any in St. John's.
Now, where was the nurse's residence? Was it in the hospital?
Right behind.
So it was behind the hospital?
Yeah,
Okay,
right behind the hospital.
okay.
And there was four stories. But we could just go out the back door and go to the residence. Mm-hmm. It's lit up. The nuns could take care of us and knew that we were taken care of.
Yeah. Okay, well, good.
So,
Well, you did your part.
yeah, loved every bit of it.
Okay, thank you.
Except I got mad at the nuns, stayed mad at them.
Why?
I mean, to an 18-year-old, told when they can come in, when they can go out, when they can't, and when they can smoke, and we weren't even supposed to smoke. That was something else. And of course, we ended up smoking so much, they finally fixed a thing in the basement for us to go down there to smoke.
Okay, thank you.
That's why we didn't like the nuns.
Yeah.
But now I thank them. And I just can't understand someone that can't get to work on time.
Yep.
I said, that's a thing that we had to drill in us really bad. You had to be at work on time and have your report before 7 o'clock
What report was this?
for your patients.
Okay.
Then you went on duty at 7 or whatever time you went on. See, you would go 3 to 11, no, 7 to 3, 3 to 11, 11 to 7. Yeah, you had 3 periods.
Yeah. Okay, good. Thank you.